Todd Falcone here, back in my office here, at least my backyard office. Yesterday I did a conference call on what to do when a leader leaves. So someone of significance in your organization leaves, or in your company, maybe they're not in your organization, and how do you deal with all of that stuff? Instead of covering that because it's a little too lengthy of a topic to cover on a video, I want to just give you one suggestion. This is dealing with people that are actually in your own organization, and that is to, and you would hope that this would be like something people would just do naturally, but it doesn't happen, and that is to maintain consistent contact with all of your key all of your key people, all of your key leaders, people that are actually producing revenue in your business. And what I mean by that is, you have people that become independent and they're on their own, they're doing their own thing, and they can totally survive on their own. They're making X amount of dollars a month. They don't need you. It's really easy to just kind of not communicate with those people and go on and to build other stuff because they're so independent. But the one thing I've found in this business over the last couple of decades is that if you fail, I know I got a jungle back here, if you fail to communicate on a consistent basis with people, if something does go wrong, by the time you find out that something went wrong, you're too late. And then you're trying to save something that in many cases at that point can't be saved, because things do happen in the market, and it doesn't matter whether a person's making $500 a month or $25,000 a month. Something can happen to shake them and to cause them to maybe lose faith in the organization, the company. Am I in the right place? I don't know if I should be doing this. Maybe I should be going over here. And the thing that I've found, and now you still can't prevent it even with communication, but the thing that I found is that if you're communicating consistently with people on your team, that you just kind of know what's going on with them. So by the time something does arise, you're kind of there when it arises, rather than you start hearing about something. I didn't even realize you were unhappy. So, again, we're not going to save everybody. People have to come and go and do their own thing, and that's fine. But if we want to, we can be proactive in terms of eliminating individuals that do choose to leave by maintaining a very consistent level of contact with those people, no matter how independent they become, so that again, if something does go on, we can catch it. And I've had that happen where I made the mistake of not communicating consistently with people on my team, and all of a sudden, there's a guy who's got a problem, and by the time I'm aware of the problem, he's already 2 feet out the door and onto another company, and that happens. So, lesson of the day is like, okay, well, if you're building a business, this is your team. This is like, kind of look at it like your family. It's like your kids. You're looking. You'd want to maintain contact with your kids. How you check in with your kids? How your kids doing? Now, I know I don't want to devalue the relationship. These are your children, because they're not your children, clearly. But we want to maintain consistent contact. Here's the thing. It's like, somebody asked me the other day, it's like, well, how do I maintain the contact? Is there a specific rule? I don't know if there's a rule, but I mean, I don't want to let, hopefully I don't want to let a week go by without me having a conversation with that individual. And then how do you maintain contact? Well, if I'm working with somebody, I'm likely in contact with them because we're actually building the business together. So we're working together pretty consistently, so I don't have to worry about trying to reach out and contact that individual. It's more the person that's become very, very independent, and they're doing their own thing, and they're cranking, they're running their own team calls, their own team meetings, all that kind of stuff, and they don't need me, so that the communication isn't a necessity for that business to grow, but it is a necessity for me to make sure that I'm just keeping tabs on my own organization and what it's doing. Just think about that in terms of your group long term, the kind of communication that you need to have to make sure you're keeping your business in order. So that's just a quick tip for the day. I'm going to get back at it, and we'll see you on another post. Bye-bye.